I'm doing this video. Hi, Brett. I'm doing this video 2 days in a row. I feel like maybe it's because I'm journaling now and I'm trying to figure out my days better so I don't like blow them up and go off on tangents. Good morning. Sinky sis. I have to like figure out everybody's real name. Anyway, Victoria wrote me yesterday, and I always try to respond to you guys. You guys obviously know that. She might be able to see this later. She doesn't even know I'm doing this, so hi, Victoria. So she was talking about hide and highlight and how hard it is to break the, she didn't actually say this, but I'm thinking that this is probably the issue. How hard it is to break up with tinted moisturizers or liquid foundations. And if you know me, you know that I am 100% against anything attached to water that doesn't benefit your skin. One more time. Anything attached to water that doesn't benefit your skin should not be going into your skin. So what that means to me is, good morning. Tinted moisturizer is a moisturizer. We want it to go into your skin. Makeup, foundation, tinted moisturizer, the tint, I don't want to go into your skin. So on a regular basis, let's say you're doing a fancy event and you want to use a tinted moisturizer, once in a while is okay. What I noticed when I was a model was that every single day putting the liquid foundation in, my skin was drinking off the water attached to it, obviously, and it was going into my pores. If there was any bacteria from the brush or from any of that, sent us a request to be in your live video. I don't know how to do that. Charleston, darling, I don't know how to do that. Ooh. Does that mean you go in it too? A message to be in your live video. Does that mean you go in my live video? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Should I do it? I don't know. We have to do this at another time because if I cancel it out, then I don't know what to do. Write me, comment, tell me what that means. Anyway, so a liquid foundation every once in a while, or when you're super young. If you want to use a tinted moisturizer or a liquid foundation when you're young and your pores are tiny and you're self-exfoliating on a regular basis, that's great. But as you get older, every single time, hello, how you guys, Erica, Rosanna, oh my gosh, I love all these people. If you want to wear a tinted moisturizer when you're young, I think it's a bad idea because nothing attached to a water should have product in it. So anything good for your skin, so a moisturizer, an oil, a hyaluronic acid, a vitamin C, anything that is trying to benefit your skin should be attached to a water. So all of your skincare can be attached to a water, but your makeup should not penetrate the surface of your skin. Does that make sense? So give me hearts if you think that makes sense, because I will detail this if you really want me to. The reason I love Hide and Highlight, which is a pan-poured makeup, meaning that is pure concentrated pigments. Thank you. I like to use it where you need it and let your skin breathe where you don't need it. Now, Victoria had a question. She said, well, my skin is not as good, so she likes to put something all over. Here is my point to you. Everyone has beautiful skin at least 2 or 3 inches. Do not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Do not cover your whole face, which does compromise the size of your pores as you get older. That does bring the ability for your skin to bring in bacteria or product that makes your pores larger. It is not true. Hi, Aggie. Hello. Yay. So here's what I want to talk about today. So for Victoria, because she had a really good question, do you wear makeup all over your face, even if you're using Hide and Highlight? The answer is no. And there's 2 reasons. And Chef Emery did a really good post yesterday about how we need to like kind of look above and not you kind of got to look at your life as like from the moon looking at the earth. The earth is beautiful from the moon looking at the earth, but then when you get kind of close to it, you see faults. I feel that same way about how we look at our image. And Erica Boom, who's the fittest person I've ever seen in my life, she would probably want to punch me right now because I see my body and I just see my legs. I very rarely take a photo of my full body because I'm like, I just see my legs, and that's not what you guys see. And I'm begging you to see your entire image instead of seeing the melasma or the dark circles or around the broken capillaries or the ruddiness. Because when we look at you, when you look at me, you see my entire image. You're not fixating at my legs. So I need to take my own advice. I get that. I totally get that. But it's really hard, and I'm trying to get you guys, and I'm slowly getting there where I can love every part of myself. But when you're so, decades, I'm 53, so for decades I've had issues. I mean, the entire modeling industry kept telling me every single day about my legs, so it's a little bit harder for me to like move on from that. So while I tell you guys about this, I'm going to do my makeup really fast. We're gonna just do because I actually have a chiropractor appointment and I have to get ready for it. So I'm doing my eyebrows. What's the trick on the eyebrows? Your eyebrows do not have to be thick. Thank you. Your eyebrows do not have to be thick. Your eyebrows do not have to be dark. But what they do have to do is line up with your cheekbone and your jaw. That will immediately open up your face. And I just want to close this so you don't see a shadow there. Do you see how I just lifted my brow a little bit? I have clean hands. I extended out my brow. I'm not bringing it too far close to my nose because my eyes are close set. Now, if you're a person who has super wide side eyes, you're super lucky. My daughter has that. I do not have that. I have to. Look at the difference just here. Look at how much wider my eye is. Look at how small my brow is right there. Yes, that's my husband's Peloton bike. My husband does not have any time to work out, so for his birthday, I got him a Peloton bike. I have used it maybe 3 times. I love it. I think I told you guys I used to teach. I was originally a spinning instructor when spinning first started, because I would do anything to try and be skinny as a model. So I was a spinning instructor. I was also an aerobics instructor. I have never even attempted to be a, which brow pencil are you using? Oh, thank you for writing me. I am using Tom Ford, but that does not mean that you need the Tom Ford. This is the Tom Ford in Blonde. It's crazy expensive, but there is another one that I just found. I believe it's by CoverGirl, and it is a beautiful blonde. Now, I want you guys to know this. Even if you're not you don't have blonde hair, you can use a blonde pencil. And the reason is, you in an outfit teaching aerobics priceless. All through high school and college, I taught jazzercise aerobics, okay? Just want you guys to know. So it doesn't have to be dark. It has to be the same tone as your base. Hi. Oh my gosh, Caroline, we miss you. But I watch you all the time. I'm so proud of you in Madrid. Are you gonna try out? Are you gonna be one of the trainers at Tracy Anderson? I've been dying to know that because I follow you and you're such a badass. You should be one of the trainers because, you're probably busy and you have your own company, but whatever. I think you'd be great. Anyway, just saying it. Your brows do not have to be dark. They do not have to be thick unless you want them to. The only criteria is that they match up perpendicular with your jaw and your cheek. If you keep your brows close, it immediately makes your eyes look closer together. Hi, May. May, traveling all over the world. I didn't understand what you were talking about, your friend flying to see you in Hawaii and she got in a snowstorm, I think. I don't know. Was she stuck there? Was she supposed to meet you there? Okay, oh good. I want to hear glow, but I'm thinking of you and whatever you want, I hope really comes true because you're amazing. All of you guys are amazing. I have little girl crushes like on every single person that I'm friends with on Instagram. It's a problem. All right, now, I know that you guys think that I'm contradicting myself because I am kind of. I made something called tinted bronzing. I use tinted bronzing. Tinted bronzing drops are color attached to an oil. I don't want the bronzer to go into my skin, but I'm using it in areas of my skin where we notoriously do not eat off our makeup. On the top of your forehead, see how bronze this makes me in a second? on the sides of the cheeks. We do not tend to throw off our makeup. You will never see me put tinted bronzing around my face. She got stuck due to weather. I'll explain that. Okay, got it. Just wanted you to know I was thinking about you. So there we go. I've just done tinted bronzing. If you wanted to, this is all you'd have to do for your entire day. I do not put it around areas where I have larger pores, but I want you to see. See my pores? I should have huge pores, but I don't. And I am telling you, I promise you, there is no product you can use to shrink your pores. The only way to shrink a pore is to clean it and not refill it. So if you clean your pores, if you use the 5-minute facial, or if you're using whatever you're using, or you're just not wearing makeup a long time, it's all active argon, thank you. You will have eventually small pores. I have never used anything. I'm not using lasers, I'm not using acids, I'm not using pads, I'm not using anything to disturb the moisture balance of my skin. All I am using is Hide and Highlight, and I'm gonna use it right now. And I'm gonna show you guys where I use it. I'm sorry, I've got tons of powders. I did a powder tutorial yesterday. So what I do is I use Hide and Highlight, and I use under my eyes the concealer that's lighter. This is the one on the left side if you're using the Active Argon Hide and Highlight. And again, Victoria, I want you to see this. You saw, I'm gonna pinpoint all of the issues I have. So if you guys have these issues, I have big 60. Hi, Ryan, you're such a dork. You're a great artist, but you're kind of a dork. Love ya. You guys can follow Ryan. He's also very talented artist. If you've ever seen my Veronica Beard tote that's got all the spray painted kind of graffiti on it, that's who did it, Ryan Humphreys. He's a genius. And a little sassy. Okay, so what I'm doing is I just covered my dark circles, right? And I brought it up onto my lid because we have a lot of broken capillaries or veins on our lids, okay? Now I'm taking a shade lighter. Do you see how much I'm using? Not very much. Between the eyes, where I have broken, some veins that show through here, I'm doing nose to mouth lines to bump that up one shade. And I'm telling you guys, almost every single woman I have ever done makeup on has had these same issues. And puppet lines. And I'm not using a lot of product. I'm going to show you. That's how much product's on my brush. Look. Now nose to the puppet lines. Now, those are the areas I'm bouncing up one shade, or maybe two. Now I'm taking a color that's almost exactly my skin color. Look at the ruddiness on my chin. I'm canceling that out. Look at the broken capillaries around my nose. Covering. On my nose because I broke it when I was 14. Covering. And then a couple little age spots on my forehead. I let this sit because this is a hot pour, meaning pure pigment poured into a pan and then let cool. That is what a hot pour is. This is not attached to a water. So what does that mean? That means this is going to stay on top of my skin. It is not going to be drinking. My skin is not going to be looking for hydration from my makeup. That stops the cycle. Your skin has to be completely hydrated before you put your makeup on. So that's your serums after you rinse your face in the morning. First rule, do not wash your face in the morning. Second rule, while your skin is moist, add your serum, add your oils, add your day cream, and then your sunscreen. After you've done all that, and you should be able to use tiny amounts, letting it sink into your skin, then you're going to do your makeup. So this is exactly my routine. Once my skin has kind of heated this up a little bit, I take a sponge, and I use these latex-free sponges, and I just wash them once a week or twice a week, depending on how many makeup applications I did. And I just blend this out. Now, do I have age spots here? Probably. little bit. I feel like my skin is better than it's ever been in my entire life using active argan, which is why I'm obsessed with it. But you can use whatever you want. I am not trying to get everyone to use active argan. I think it's genius, but you have to get, what brush is that? Still looking for a brush for it. This is a brush from Target. This is like a $3 brush from Target. It is Target's brand. I think their brand is called Up. I have a hard time finding this now, but you can use any stippling brush that's latex. That's a synthetic stippling brush. Okay, makeup, all blended. You see it? All blended. So what I'm trying to explain to someone like Brett gets it, is that when you cover what you need to cover, it's kind of like your skin all looks good, even though I have no makeup here, no makeup here, no makeup here. My skin looks like I'm not wearing makeup. I'm not drinking the makeup off, and my skin is not going to produce oil to push the makeup off. So those are all the things that you need to consider. And I know you have a busy life. You're like, I don't want to think about all that stuff. I just want a tinted moisturizer that I can give a like, blah, 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 and get my skin to look good. But that's just not the reality of this situation. It's like me saying, I want to I want to be, teeny tiny and not work out. Well, that's not going to happen. That's not the reality of the situation. Okay. For those of you looking for the lip stain, this is the box from Pop Lip Stain. I have heard that they don't make this petal anymore, but you can still get the mocha. So I'm gonna do my makeup with mocha. Ear to your shoulder, lift up, look at the color ridge. Do you see the color has dropped out, but the ridge is still there? Watch. I'm staining, my nose is running. I'm staining the color ridge. Do you see? Now I'm gonna show you this side. Do you see where the color line of my lips has dropped down? I'm not staining that. I'm staining the mountaintop. Do you see how you can make your lips at least 1 millimeter bigger if you stain the mountain ridge versus following your color line? Everyone's color line dissipates, but you're still gonna have that mountain ridge, okay? Hello, hello, hello. All right, so I just stained, kind of overstained that part. Now, why would I use a stain over which I have a million of from leftovers. So why would I use a stain over this? This is what I made. I made this when I was HSN. It's so old, look, it's all like dried out. This is a color pencil. What's the difference between a stain and a color pencil? A color pencil has wax in it. Wax adds weight. Weight will look like you're overlining your lip. A stain has no weight, so the stain does not look like you're overlining your lip. I will tell you, when I do this to someone whose makeup I'm teaching them how to do their makeup, which I used to do all the time, but I don't really do anymore because I'm doing it for you right now, the stain will blow your mind. These tricks, the stain trick, the eye trick, the lip trick, the brow trick, the eye trick, and the lip trick are the biggest game changers when I teach somebody how to do their makeup. You get your stain right, you are gonna have bigger lips forever, and you're not gonna be so freaked out about everybody who's like putting stuff in their lips, which if you wanna do, I totally get it, it's fine. But could you try the stain trick first? I'm using this balm, Jasmine from Corez. I use this every day. Or you can use, which I do all the time too, Supple Balm. So I remade Supple Balm. This is the old Supple Balm. You can see that I was like using every drop of it. I remade Supple Balm with Active Argan, but you can still use the old one if you can find it. Okay, let's do eyes. Again, pop up if you don't want to, if you already know these makeup tricks, pop on or watch it later or whatever. If I'm annoying, just turn me off. Okay, so here's the deal with my eye. My eyes are very small and they're very close set. I'm going to use this Maybelline Define-A-Line in light brown to extend my eye. Look at what I'm doing. I'm going straight out. Do you see how I'm going straight out? I'm going up, but I'm also making it straight out. I want you to get this because this is a game changer. Do you see it? Get low, I can't see you. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Erica. You're really good at filming and I'm not. Okay, so you get, do you see how I'm making that appear out? Now look at where my crease is. That's a tiny eye, you guys. I need you guys to think my eyes are bigger. So I'm going to pretend that my crease is here. I'm going to reshape the bone structure of my eye with just a shadow. Do you see that? Look at the difference. This eye stops here. This eye, it kind of looks like it goes out that way. Then you can either take a brush or you can just use your finger to blend it out. So yes, do I have teeny tiny close set eyes? I do. But because I'm creating this kind of fake shadow, you don't know that I do. Right, Leslie? Okay, I love that people that have known me since I was like 23 are on here and probably like, oh, will you ever shut up? Okay, so we're gonna do this eye now. So you can see, tiny little eye. I'm going to bring this eye out. We're faking it. Remember, I'm not using a powder. Why am I not using a powder to do this? Because if I use a powder, the powder will dry out that tissue around my eye and make it crinkly and drier, and I don't want to do that. I've just created a new eye socket, but I'm doing it with a shadow, not with, I'm doing it kind of like in a light color that kind of fades away, so you don't see it. See that? Now, I don't know why my nose is running all of a sudden. Now I'm going to take a black pencil and I'm going to do the inside of my eye. Jeez Louise. Somebody more organized would probably set all this stuff up before, but since I'm not, there you go. All right, so this is Clinique. It's a black pencil. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to jiggle this into the base of my lashes to I blew it, sorry. To just make my lash line more prominent. I'm not lining my eyes with it. And the reason is because this tissue is extremely expensive real estate. And I do not want to take any of that tissue up with a liner because it makes it look like your eyes are smaller. So I'm jiggling this into the trunks of my lashes. See that? You get this intensity, but it looks like it's hidden in your lash line. And then you just kind of blend it out so it looks like your eyes are bigger. You see that? Eyes look bigger, but I didn't compromise any of my lash line. All right. Now I'm going to do my lashes. Now, my nose is running. There's two things you need to know about your lashes. If you've got close set eyes like I do and you have deep set eyes, you're gonna do your lashes close in the center and then you're gonna open it up and do just the outside. Close in the center and then the outside. So you have to do it twice. And then just make sure that you don't leave like a mark. All right, lash mascara. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I use a lash builder because I have teeny tiny lashes and I can't use the lash builders. They really irritate my eyes. My eyes sting like crazy. And so I can't use them. I've tried everybody's. So I use this Clinique lash builder and I just do it. It takes 10 seconds. So yes, it would be great if I had big long lashes, but I don't, so whatever. I have other things that I love. So this is the Colossal in black. I think it is, for the money, the best mascara. You can get the Tom Ford, I like that as well, but this one is awesome. So my makeup is done. If I want to just leave like this, you can just leave like this. But if you want to do a little bit of sculpting, and I want you to notice that I'm not using any powder at all, and I did a thing on powder yesterday. But if you want to do a little sculpting, this is the Studio 10. I love this sculptor. Take a tiny bit, look, tiny bit, under your cheekbone, pull down, under your cheekbone, pull down. I take it even less and just do the side of my nose. Now, if you can see somebody sculpting, it means they didn't do it well. And why? Because if I'm telling you guys what I'm doing with my skin, I'm telling you guys what I'm doing with my makeup, but ideally, you shouldn't know. Oh, my hair's a mess, sorry. You guys shouldn't know what I'm doing. I want you guys to think that I make no effort to look decent for any age, whether it's 53 or 25, whatever. I want it to look like you're making no effort. You were born, you just wake up looking that good. That's the point. The point of making all this effort kind of like messes it up. It's kind of when I see somebody with, you know, enormous injected lips, I think, oh, did you hate your lips? I want it to look like, which is fine, fix it if you hate it, I get it. But maybe just take a few minutes to figure out that beauty is in millimeters. I can make anyone have bigger lips, bigger eyes, more defined cheekbones in seconds, but you don't want to look like you're trying so hard. I think that's the gift. The gift is to have insane skin that is moist and hydrated and super calm. Thank you, Aggie. You're the same. I just saw you in your showing outfits in your makeup room. Do my makeup, please. I will. You live in New York. It's easier for me to do your makeup. Anyway, I want you guys to look and feel gorgeous every day. And I'm not going to do my soapbox because my husband says it's annoying. But I have been a proponent for you forever. I want every girl, and I don't think I'm a feminist because I'm not against men. I just think that girls, I guess I want to redefine what feminism is, because feminism, I can't say it, but I know it, to me is when I want you to shine brighter than me. Your star, your light never diminishes my light. We can be bright together. In fact, we all become brighter when all of us rise. And I think sometimes women compete, and there is enough money, there are enough jobs, there are enough men, there is enough, and there are enough compliments. And I love how when all of you thrive, it's like everything for me. When someone tells me that they learned my tips and they look beautiful and their skin looks amazing, whether it's active argan or the fact that they just stopped touching their face and they stopped washing it 40 times a day, to me, sorry, I don't know why, maybe I'm getting a cold. To me, that is the biggest gift I could ever have. That's my currency. My currency is when you guys write me and say, Morgan, oh my gosh, I used to touch my face and pick my face and now I don't and my skin is looking so much better. Or I used to wash my face every morning and every night and it was messing with my moisture balance and now I don't and my skin looks amazing. That is my currency. And so your thriving is everything, and I want other women to thrive. So when you're successful, it doesn't take away my success, it makes us both successful. Oh yay, never stop preaching this, Morgan. No, my husband said it's super annoying. Anyway, so this was for Victoria. So Victoria, if you watch this whole thing, you can see that I still have issues on my skin, but because I bounced up here, I widened my eyes, I made my lip larger, and I fixed what I needed to fix. My entire face kind of looks even toned, but it looks like I'm not wearing makeup and it looks like I'm not trying very hard. So that's what I want for you. All right. Bella, sorry, it's over. You can watch it. Again, if you want. Thanks, you guys. I love you all. I'm going to my chiropractor appointment, And I hope you guys have a great day. And oh, by the way, my 2-year anniversary on Evine is February 8th, 9th, 10th. And I literally never even figure out what my dates are. I suck at this. But is Evine the best place to get the color drops? Yes, the bronzing drops. They're pretty amazing, right? I love them. I wear them every day. And I am coming out with something. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I felt like my skin is looking a little brighter. And I'm going to tell you, this is what I've been working on for a year, because you guys know that I'm afraid of acids. This is a vitamin C with kojic and active argan. I just started using it 2 days. This is the final sample. You don't have to get it, don't care, but I want you to, when you use any acids, I want you to use your all over drops with it, because I will tell you, the fact that I put all over this vitamin C, buffered, encapsulated, long release with active argan oil, this is in here. My skin is bright. It is not getting dry. It has not compromised my moisture barrier. So this is what I will be debuting for my 2-year anniversary, and I'm super excited. So, but if you're using vitamin C, please, please use your oils first. Use your oil first, because you will get this incredible hydration with anybody's vitamin C. All right, I love you all. Have a good day. I'm sorry I talked so long. I'm annoying, but I feel like I have so much to tell you. All right, mwah. Oh my gosh, is it still on? Oh, I'm sorry, you guys, I can't turn it off.